Dispatches from Bed on the intersection of disability justice and Palestinian liberation. I'm here, reporting from my station, my command central, my bed. I'm here, reposting key information, how to stay safe, turn off location services, cover your face, sharing fundraisers, organizing rides, and strategizing the creation of communal sharing and learning spaces. I'm here, wondering, is it enough? Is it enough? Could it ever be enough in the face of all that is unfolding? My body-mind is not my own. It exists in a web of messy entanglements. It works in service of community. It supports me, and it is supported by my relations and our shared aspiration to work towards a more beautiful world for us all. My pain is not my own. Right now, we're all hurting. I'm disabled, living with chronic illness and chronic pain. I wear a mask. I sometimes use a cane. But calls to stand up when it hurts to stand, and to raise my voice when it hurts to speak, keep me from protest spaces. The surges of COVID-19 and lack of care protocols keep me from protest spaces. Threats of bodily harm from those sworn to protect keep me from protest spaces. Not always, not entirely. I still show up in person when I can, in the ways that I can, and I show up with my pain. But more often, I report from my bed. I'm watching the live streams. I'm tuned in to the student-run radio station. I'm rallying support on social media. I'm communicating with folks on encrypted apps, often all at once. The strange mix of media and informational inputs is sensorially overwhelming, and yet, sometimes, it's all I have access to. It's all I can do to feel connected to what's happening on the ground and in my community. As I consider my own position in the protests and in the resistance, I am constantly reminded, Palestinian liberation is a disability justice issue. And it's not just about making our spaces and protest materials more accessible. It's not just about masking and testing to prevent the spread of COVID-19. It's principally about the countless Palestinians who have been disabled and maimed at the hands of the Israeli forces, and not just since October 7th, but long before this. Leah Lakshmi Pipenza Samarasinha, a disability justice activist and writer, states, "Everyone in Palestine is disabled right now. Whether disabled by bombings, the destruction of medical infrastructure, surgeries without anesthesia, by deliberate starvation, the spread of disease, or displacement, everyone in Palestine is experiencing some degree of disability, and on a scale that is simply incomprehensible. Genocide is a mass disabling event. Palestinian liberation is a disability justice issue. Our work for disability justice, including making our protest spaces more accessible, is not separate from the work for Palestinian liberation. Leah reminds us, I am not separate from what is happening in Palestine. None of us are. And similarly, our movements for collective liberation cannot be separated. These issues are inherently interconnected, intersectional, and indivisible. The systems that enable genocide simultaneously disable us all: capitalism, colonialism, and imperialism. These systems wreak havoc on the earth and compromise our physical and material abilities to feed, clothe, house, and care for everyone. We are socially disabled by institutions that decide our rights and then deny them, that make policies around diversity, equity, and inclusion but never act on them, and that privilege some over others based on class, race, gender, and sexuality. Under capitalism, our lives are only considered valuable if we check certain boxes and meet certain societal expectations around achievement, ability, and productivity. Living in the late stages of this failed socioeconomic project, with a body-mind deemed unproductive and therefore not valuable, it sometimes feels like I can never do enough. My capacity looks different than most, but the truth is we all have varying capacities, and our capacities may change day to day throughout the entirety of our lives. I have particular needs for care, but we all need care in infinitely diverse ways, and again, these needs fluctuate throughout our lifetimes. An abled body-mind is a myth, or rather, a social construct meant to keep us endlessly striving and consequently burning out. I don't intend for this dispatch to be a lecture, but a reminder. We've got to take care of ourselves and each other if we're going to keep in the fight for a liberated Palestine and a world free from oppression for us all. Centering care and honoring our capacities, we've got to take the emphasis off doing enough and place emphasis on showing up, however we are able. Palestinian liberation is a disability justice issue, and it's a constant struggle to reckon with the internalized capitalism/ableism that sometimes surfaces and suggests I'm not doing enough. Even as I report from my station, my bed, doing what I can in that moment to support the resistance, I catch myself wondering, is it enough? Is it enough? Could it ever be enough in the face of all that is unfolding? But then I remember the words of abolitionist Dan Berger. None of it is enough and all of it matters.